What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob, doing the Whisky Sponge Glenlivet 14-year-old. Bottled in 2022. This was barreled in 2007. ABV is 53%, so they probably added a little bit of water to bring this down a bit. Historically, anytime I've ever had a Glenlivet, whether it's an OB or an independent bottling, they tend to be a bit hot when they're cask strength. This is not quite cask strength, like I said, but it's pretty close. First fill, sherry hogshead was the maturation for this one. And if you don't know, Whisky Sponge is actually owned by Signatory. All right. What's cool about these is they have the flavor profile, and they talk about neat as well as reduced with water on the back and what you should expect. Hopefully that zooms in for you guys there. If not, maybe I'll take a picture of that and add it. Cool. A lot of hype around it. Really expensive. This was almost $300 Canadian. All right. I got a little bit of a deal on it, but some places were selling it for $300 Canadian. Then you add tax and shipping to all that. It's not cheap. All right. So gonna nose it, taste it, give it a mark, and I might add some filtered water to it too, because my first two experiences with this is that it can be a touch hot. All right, so you can tell it's a nice sherry cask that is used for this whiskey. No sulfur, which is excellent. There's a nice amount of caramel on the nose. A little bit of like a milk chocolate. There's like an orchard apple kind of note in there. Pretty sweet on the nose. Maybe like the faintest hint of like a raspberry kind of note on the palate. Okay, so this has had some time to open up. I know there's not much out of the bottle, but it's been open for over a week and it has improved on the palate. Yeah, that's improved quite a bit actually. Okay, so the heat has reduced a lot, which is the biggest thing to note. I haven't even added water yet. Nice caramel apple kind of notes, milk chocolate. There's a Rocky Mountain store. It's called the Rocky Mountain something or other. They sell candy apples, chocolate caramel apples, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, this is bringing me right back to those chocolate caramel apples that they sell. Basically an apple, usually green, first dipped in caramel, then dipped in milk chocolate. And that's pretty much exactly what I'm getting here. It's funny, I'm actually almost getting a little bit of a vanilla bourbon-y kind of note to this, which is pretty interesting. Gonna add a little bit of water. I was expecting to trash this, I'm not gonna lie. Not trash it, I thought it was good. It was tasty. It was just too hot for only 53%. And because of all the hype and the fact that it's almost $300, I was a little disappointed. Quite a bit better now. And you can see it's just completely unfiltered. The water is making the oil show through the liquid when you drop it in, so you could tell that's just unfiltered goodness. Okay, I'll let that sit for a sec. The list of flavors on the back here are dark fruits, tropical fruits, wood spices, sherry, tobacco, chocolate, earthiness, meats. And then there's percentages for each of them, which I think is kind of cool. Like I said, I'll take a picture of this and share this. Maybe I'll share it twice because I mentioned it twice. Okay, so water actually brings out more of that earthiness, which doesn't seem to be what the bottle agrees with. Slightly more tobacco, which is actually accurate. Less sweet notes, so maybe not the best idea to add water to this. Although on the bottle it says dark fruit is intensified with water. I don't agree with that. But the dark earthiness, I would even add coffee to this list now. That's definitely more prevalent with a little bit of water. So I probably wouldn't add water to this if I were you. It does change it. It's a different whiskey now. Not necessarily a better whiskey or a worse whiskey, just different. Yeah, I would say it irons out some notes, makes the finish a little bit longer, the finish a little bit better, not gonna lie. So there's that. Honestly, I was prepared to give this 85, 86. With water, it's improved a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. And with some air, it improved a lot. From the first day I tried it. This is over a week later, but this is the third time I've tried it, and it's much better. And I can just imagine it getting much, much better from here. Perhaps if it drastically improves by the halfway point, I'll do a rant with Jeremy and we'll review this. But at the moment, I think this is definitely worth an 88, maybe even an 89. Really good. It's expensive. Is there better in the market for this price? I think so. I think you can, you can be happy. You'll be content with a Glenallachie 10 cask strength for 1/3 of the price. I don't think you need to reach this high in order to get the quality that it's offering, in my opinion. I haven't tried all the Whisky Sponge stuff, but it's all the craze right now, like I said. And basically, from what I've tasted, it's very good. The price is absurd, and that seems to be the trend for everything at the moment. But what's scary is it's the trend for independent bottlings, and that's never a good sign. So anyway, hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button. Guys, hit that bell if you can to get the notifications when I do release a video, because what's happening is a lot of WhiskyTube is not being promoted unless people are clicking that bell. So people that are subscribed to my channel won't even know that I release a video sometimes. So hit that bell. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.